Hi, hello, and welcome. I'm definitely not Vlad, and you're watching the BM Hunter series where I try to push as much as possible as a solo pug DPS. We've sort of kind of finished the gearing, but actually we're going to do some more gearing. But before I get started with the episode, I'd like to invite you to come hang out with me and LB Ninja in an upcoming stream over on Twitch or here on YouTube. We're doing a bit of a role swap. He usually plays a healer, I usually play a melee DPS. So we figured, let's swap roles. He's going to be playing a melee DPS and I'm going to be playing a healer. He's playing Frost DK and I'm playing Holy Priest because I hate myself apparently. So yeah, don't miss out. We're going to be doing this every Thursday, maybe some extra days tossed in depending on how much time we have or don't have. If you're watching this video as it goes live, when you're done watching it, we should be starting the stream soon. So see you there. Now let's get back to the video. So we have a vault we can open. I am going to open it, but I'm not going to take an item just yet, I think. Probably. We'll see. So let's generate some loot for Beast Mastery really quick and see what we get. We have veteran pieces, don't care. Champion chest piece is very nice. A belt, I don't care. And a champion headpiece tier set. Both of these are tier set pieces. I mean, this is good stuff right here. I'm liking what I'm seeing. This has crit haste, which is perfect stats for us. I would very much like that helmet. And this is a chest piece that we need. So now, why wouldn't I take this? Because we also have some hero pieces down here. So let's take a quick look at that. We have hero shoulder tier set piece. We have hero pants tier set piece. And we have veteran glove. Wait, no. Oh, wait, what? Why do we have veteran gloves if I've done 8 delves? Am I crazy? Oh no, I did 6 delves. Never mind. This makes sense. So we have some hero pieces here, but the thing is, I really want a chest or a helmet so that I can get my 4 set, because my helmet and my chest piece are 2 pieces that are still crafted with weather crests. So I'd like to replace those so I can get myself a 4 set. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to run 4 delves. We're going to see if we get any pieces that we could tierify to fill the helmet or the chest piece. And then if we do, we're going to grab some hero pieces. If we don't, we're going to grab one of these 2. Simple as that. I will not bother you with the process. You've seen enough delves and normal dungeons and time walking dungeons and whatnot. I am just going to jump into it, do my delve quests, not my quests, just my delves, and then I'm going to talk to you and show you the gear I got from them. All right, this is our last delve. We're going to just finish it up real quick using these bombs here. There you go. That was a boss fight, by the way. Just thought you'd want to know that. Honestly, it's going to take longer for Bran to unlock this door than it is for me to actually kill that boss, I think. I'm still running up against it. Running up that door, I guess. There we go. Taken care of. We're going to grab the gold, of course. We're going to check for mislaid curiosities, of which there seem to be none. And then we're going to grab left bountiful heavy trunk, right bountiful heavy trunk, shadowed flickering spoils, Nemesis Strongbox, and finally the Bountiful Coffer. Now, let us see what we have going on. We have a haste verse. Oh, that's not that bad. I kind of like this ring. We're going to put it down here. So what else did we get from the other delves? We got an automatic foot bomb dispenser. I almost said that like that, which is 1 out of 8 hero. This will help us upgrade our Essence Hunter's eyeglass, which is another thing we got from some of these runs. We got another ring, Void Scarred Signet with crit mastery. It's kind of similar stats to what we have in our champion ring, the Logic Gate Alpha. I don't think I'll be using it because I've already fully enchanted and jammed the Logic Gate Alpha. We did get a helmet, which I'm super happy about. We're going to go ahead and equip it right now. And then we got another Essence Hunter's eyeglass, which, while good, I don't have any use for because it's unique equipped and I already have one. So there is that. We also got a Warbound Until Equipped champion piece, which is not that bad. So overall, we got 1 ring that we might use for something, maybe. I don't think I will because it's just champion, honestly. I think I'm going to vendor the rest of these items. Now we know that we can take a hero piece from the vault. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to leave delve first, and then we're going to Hearthstone, because sometimes if you Hearthstone directly from delves, the game state gets a bit buggy, and you can't load between zones, and it gets weird. We are going to proceed straight to the vault, no faffing about, and we're going to go ahead and claim ourselves a lovely, do we go for shoulder or do we go for pants? Shoulder is crit mastery, heavy crit. Pants are crit mastery, heavy mastery, and we have heavy crit verse pants. So I think I'm going to go for shoulder because it's a bigger upgrade overall. We're going to grab that, and we're pretty much done with that. We can straight up equip those, and now we can go and get ourselves the tier set. Oh, we're going to have 4 set, and then with 4 set, what we actually get is Call of the Wild becomes a 1-minute cooldown, which is exciting. I'll read it out once we get it done. So which pieces are we going to be turning into tier set? I think the helmet is a good candidate because it's crit haste, heavy haste. That's good stats for me. We're going to go ahead and turn that into a tier piece. I think we have no choice but to turn the gloves into a tier piece. We're going to go get haste versatility from that. And then, of course, the pants, even though I didn't really want to get them, I have no choice because I forgot that my chest piece can't be turned into a tier piece. But it's okay. We'll replace the chest piece with a hero piece at some point, and then the chest piece can be tierified, and everything will be fine. We're going to go drop off a couple of pieces of gear. This is a veteran piece, and this is a champion piece. Wonderful. And now it's venturing time. All this gear I do not need. I know that I could save it for tierifying once the season's done, yada, yada, yada. I'll worry about that at some point in the future, and future Vlad can cuss me out for not having saved these pieces. Post some auctions to clear out the inventory, and now I think the only thing left to do is maybe spend some ruined quests to upgrade a few pieces of armor. Oh, I guess we can spend carved quests too. Let's get everything to 4 out of 8, like this ring, this trinket that we got the 4 out of 8, hero piece, this is a champion piece, get that the 4 out of 8 ASAP, and that is wonderful. Now, the only thing holding us back right now is our chest piece, which we discussed previously, but I'm not too worried about that at the moment. We'll get to that when we get to that. Now, I do have ruined crests available. I'm going to go ahead and use those to upgrade our unyielding nether prism to 4 out of 8 hero, as well as our shoulders to 4 out of 8 hero. There we go. I think I'll save the rest of them that I have right now for later on when I have other hero pieces to upgrade. And now, final step, we apply our transmog, and that, my dear friends, is where we end this off. Let us take a look at our gear as it stands right now. 698.69. Nice. Item level. Heavy duty crit. We've got 22k crit. We've got 19k haste. We've got a wagon coming through the shot. It's amazing. Only 3.9k mastery. And worse yet, only 1.8k versatility. We should be putting a bit more into versatility. We're not quite there yet with our haste goal, so we will be running a haste consumable, which is one of the last few things I need to buy before we head into M+. So I'm going to go get those, and then we're going to jump into some dungeons. I'm still debating on whether or not we're going to run a +2 or if we're just going to jump into a +6 and start pushing real hard. The reason I would run a +2 is, well, it would just be really funny. Actually, I just realized I do not have a key. So I have to run somebody else's key or run an M0, which I'm not running an M0. So I think we're just going to jump into a +6 right off the bat and see how we can do, if people would have me, though, because I am 699 item level, roughly.
One day later.
It is tomorrow morning since the beginning of this video, which is actually the same day that this video is going to be posted, and the day where LB Ninja and I stream. And the reason I'm recording this before I got into a dungeon, hold on, let me just get rid of that, is because I would like to show you how to get rid of all these advertisements. If you put Mythic rating to 1, boom, it's gone. You don't have to see them anymore. This will, of course, remove people that do have 0 rating that are hosting keys. This will, of course, remove people that have 0 rating that are hosting keys. But hey, you know, that's just the price you have to pay for greatness, or rather for a spamless list of dungeons. Now, there's only 2 dungeons at the moment since it's 10:30 a.m. on a Thursday. So it might take me a while to get into a 6 key, considering that I have 0 rating. So yeah, I might talk to you significantly later in the day. It's 10:30 now. Let's see when I get into a actual run. Oh boy.
One eternity later.
Well, my friend here and I have been trying to put together a group. He invited me very generously into the Dawnbreaker +6 group. We had someone else join for a little while, but they left because they got bored. And my French friend says it's dead this morning. It's rough. I'm going to go ahead and leave the party now because I'm sorry, bud, but like it doesn't look like your group is attracting people. I'm going to try to apply to groups that have tanks and healers, one or the other at least. And hopefully, you know, I'll get invited to those because this is ridiculous. I spent 20 minutes sitting in that group. The best part is they're called iDanny. Obviously, that's probably not how they pronounce it, but that's how I choose to read it. Finally, the ready check. We're ready. Priory of the Sacred Flame +6. I cannot believe I got invited and we get to square off with a marksmanship hunter. Oh, okay. No pull timer, no nothing. Fair enough. Who needs full timers? Let's remember to summon pets. And let's get crack-a-lackin'. DK is not mounting up. He is defs advancing from the get-go. Cool. Let's see. Does he stop at the first 4 mobs? I had a feeling this might happen. So the DK has cleared every dungeon at a 2 or a 3. So he may be very, very new to how this works and may have never done a dungeon other than the ones he has tanked, so he doesn't know that there's other ways to do this. We're going to knock up all of these guys so that they stop defending so we can kill them more quickly. I'm not using any cooldowns because it just doesn't make any sense to use any cooldowns right now because I'm fighting 4 mobs, none of which are dangerous. Okay, now though we are going to go ahead and use cooldowns. This knight is kind of dangerous. I'm going to use a defensive as I get hit by this impale. I have managed to dodge it, which if I hadn't used the defensive, I wouldn't have dodged it. Not because the defensive increases my dodge chance, but because the defensive would have reduced the damage I was taking. So the game was like, ha, juked you, psych. Not really going to take damage. You're going to intimidate this footman next to the knight so he doesn't get all the... Oh, no. Okay, I managed to interrupt that. I got a little overwhelmed. I forgot the orbs need to be taken care of. And I didn't have my knock-up totem. I was about to say totem, but what I meant to say was my knock-up trap. Okay, so we have the knights again. Another knight pull. I think we're going to slow and steady our way through this dungeon, I think, with this tank. That's what it's looking like to me. And that's okay, you know, that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. We're looking to put Barb Shot up on as many targets as possible. We have another cooldown ready. I'm not sure if I should be using it right now because this pull's probably going to die pretty quickly and then I don't have to worry about it anymore. We're going to intimidate. No, we're not. He got death coiled. Nice moves by the warlock. I like that. He got death coiled because he was using the fend on top of the knight, and then the knight takes less damage as well, and we don't want that. Let's take care of the sharpshooter. And now let's see where the tank takes us next. He's figuring it out as we go along. Okay. I'm not sure if he's understanding the fact that there are timers in dungeon. Okay, he death gripped the footman. Death grip the footman is not stacking with the rest of our friends here. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to just send cooldowns. I'm going to knock up all of these and interrupt this one and make sure that those are taken care of. And let's try and do this, huh? I'm a little flustered because like I'm not used to these pulls as they are right now. I have to admit, I'm not used to them. We're gonna intimidate the last footman. Tank is moving again. He wants to death grip this guy. Okay, we're going to put our hunter's mark on this target because it's gonna actually be above 80% for long enough to make that valuable, I believe. And we're ready to pop off here with no cooldowns for Suleiman. That's going to be cool. Thunderclap goes out. That's unfortunate. Nowhere to line of sight it. I could line of sight it if I wasn't, you know, in the middle of this whole area. Tank is getting knocked back. Would be good if he stood up against a wall or something, but I don't think Suleiman's going to live long enough for that to be worth the time. Although if the tank keeps this up, he might be leaving the dungeon soon, so we'll never know. If I stop DPSing, will the tank actually get knocked out of the dungeon? I don't know. Maybe. Should I stop just to fight? Nah, we'll kill Suleiman before he causes any more trouble. Let's put it that way. We don't have a priest or a paladin to activate this little buff here, so no luck there. We have to wait for... I don't actually know where our lieutenant is going to be coming down. Oh, there she is. Oh, tank sees her. I should probably not ping, because then maybe the tank will not like that. I don't know. I don't have misdirect, otherwise I would definitely pull... definitely pull for this tank. I'm sorry to say, but I would definitely pull for this tank. Tank is sort of wobbling around. I think he was trying to run after Chainmail because our marksmanship hunter got aggro. Very impressive burst from the marksmanship hunter, but I'm catching up. I'm catching up, buddy. I'm catching up. I got you. There you go. I almost beat him by the end of it. Okay. We're going to be very low on count by the time we're done with this dungeon, but we'll see here. Okay, we're pulling all of this. I'm going to go ahead and just put Barb Shot on 2 targets. Try to target the target that's going to lead to me cleaving the most things. Our hunter is a little bit low, our hunter friend, because he's getting jumped on. I'm going to step into this, try to redistribute some of this health. We're going to go ahead and interrupt one of these. Okay, I'm going to put, I don't know, like a I should put a knock up right here, take care of as many orbs as possible, intimidate on the other orb, keep us buffed rather than somebody else, and let's use cooldowns. I'm so overwhelmed right now. Nothing is grouped. We have a Death Knight and nothing is grouped. Okay, some Death Grips are going out. Either that or the Sharpshooters are jumping in. I couldn't tell you. I got my third stack of Frenzy finally. I've been slacking on that, but I don't know. I get worried about not having enough barbed shots, but maybe I should just send the barbed shots on cooldown and, you know, hope for the best. Tank still refuses to mount up. Okay, he likes the look of this patrol. He wants to pull the patrol, and he keeps death gripping the melee mobs. We're gonna go ahead and interrupt this to see if we can group that up. Our other hunter is having this issue where he rips aggro off the pull because he probably does multi-shot into aimed shot and then everything just takes a bunch of damage, and our tank hasn't done enough damage to hold that aggro. I'm going to intimidate. Oh, a death coil comes out. Okay, I can't knock these up. I'm going to try and interrupt this and get it grouped back up. Man, I'm trying to manage the group a little bit. I don't know. I'm just going to send cooldown. I'm so flustered, sorry. And I'm also getting used to actually DPSing as the spec, so that there is that. I don't think I'm doing too poorly. I could probably do more damage than this, but I don't know. Knock-up trap is coming up here. No, never mind, it's not coming up. We do get some CC out. We get 5 of those orbs instead of 10, but that's okay. Let's see, what does our tank do? He manages to get some hits in. He wants to pull the next group. We're going to put the priest on focus, and we're going to look to see if we can't interrupt it when it does the heal. I don't really care about anything else. I'm going to try and feign death when I get targeted by the light spawn, but I keep pretty poor track of that in most of my runs. We get the interrupt on the priest when he heals. Purification not going out on me. It doesn't look like. No, so I don't have to worry about it. Our hunter is refusing to release. Purification is on me. We're going to go ahead and feign death now. And we have our cooldowns rolling-ish. I don't know. We just CR him, or is he already... I think we CR'd him with a soul stone. Okay. I don't know why we wasted a CR here, but I guess it's okay. Both of these are bursting, so we don't have to care about one healing the other. We're all good. And Iamia is not being pulled. Okay, I'm going to... Oof, I wanted to feign death there, but I think I had a global issue. Knocking up and interrupting this one. The Neophyte's hurt. We don't want them to hurt our tank. This is, I gotta say, a little bare bones tanking from our friend here, but it's okay. It's only a 6. It's only a 6, so it's fine. What does this buff do anyway that Amia puts on these guys? I don't even know. Oh, it looks like my extra summoned pet, Hati or Fenrir or whatever, just decided, oh, you know, it's time to time to go on Amia. I didn't even target Amia to try and kill her, so I don't really understand why. Okay, so we're having some reflective. Oh, well, that's... I don't know what I did to hit her with so many things. I think it's the pets. I think pet damage is actually killing me there, so that's wonderful. I had to call off my pets, I guess. Let me just resummon my pets. Oh, I can do that while mounted? I didn't even know that. Anyway, let's fly back up there. Well, I'm not flying. I am flying, obviously. I'm above the ground, but it's not flying as per... You get what I mean, though. I'm going to shut up now. Here comes Big Bad Dual Maul. We're going to go ahead and just start blasting him. I'm going to put Hunter's Mark on him. I am going to put Hunter's Mark on him. There we go. That took a couple of tries. I'm going to go ahead and interrupt him. Sharpshooter gets gripped over. Tank does not have aggro. We're going to knock these up and intimidate that last one. Never mind, we did not manage to intimidate that last one. I am unsure as to what's going on here. I'm going to use a defensive, hopefully not get murdered. Our tank still hasn't figured out that Dual Maul is not on him. I think our other hunter friend could really stand to benefit from using misdirection at this point. I'm going to step into this purely because it is a 10% DR. That's what it was when I stood in it. The green circle of Healy goodness. Jesus Christ. The Spirit Link Totem. Sorry, I'm a little overwhelmed right now because these pulls are something. They're something all right. I'm working on finishing off Dual Maul here so we don't have to worry about him. I have to say, not having to be in melee range and also not having to stand still, those two are such a nice combination. I absolutely adore. Being a BM hunter, I can just run around like a crazy person and not give a crap. We are actually somehow over percent for this section. And I think it's because we pulled a little group down there. So it looks like the hunter, or sorry, what? The hunter, the tank does know what's going on. We're getting orbs to spawn in. We need to go ahead and knock these up over here. Stun and interrupt. And I think that's as good as it's going to get. Let's focus on Dale Cry here. Get him or not interrupted, like stop him from ripping our friend apart by breaking that shield. And yeah, that's about it. I should stay in melee so that we don't have to move much if he jumps on me. Keep that in mind. More kill shots, more energy, more passion. I do have to manually trigger my kill or beast cleave because the whatchamacallit, there's only 2 targets. Holy shit, we almost let that go through. Okay, that was a bit close. But the bosses are dying extremely quickly. I have a feeling my friend here, the Warlock, is actually pretty geared. No, we're not all that geared. It's just a +6, so it's quick. I don't know. I guess I'm used to 10s where things do actually take a moment to die, depending on the item level of the group, of course. Trying to destroy the shield as quickly as possible. We're going to use a defensive here. We're going to interrupt this nonsense, and we're going to send another cooldown because they're a minute-long cooldown. I should just send them on cooldown and not really think about it too much. Bloodshed goes out, means more dire beasts will be spawning while we also do a good chunk of damage overall. We're going to stun that with an Intimidate, the last orb that's remaining, after having knocked up all the other ones, and we should be good here. There we go. We're ready to go up there. I expect these bulls to be relatively small, to be honest. Very surprised by our other hunter doing so poorly on that 2-boss fight. I guess he is a marksmanship hunter, so he can't really get AoE going on 2 targets, which always felt bad when I was playing marksmanship last season. Sacred Souls are coming out. They don't really hurt too much with how much HP we do have, so I'm not too worried about it. Our Shaman's getting us back up to full HP now, I think, slowly but surely. And I'm tired of sending my cooldowns at half HP mobs and shit. Warlock asked, should we bloodlust at any time? We have 3 people that can bloodlust and none of us did. I feel so stupid. I said, sorry, you're a hunter. Alright, let's knock up this big pack, interrupt, stun, and we good. My bro just D&D'd those. Oh, well, now is not the time to bloodlust. No, that much I know. That much I do know. If we bloodlust this, everyone will be very upset because it's just neophytes. It's just neophytes. I say just neophytes, even though neophytes are like the single most likely reason you will die here as a tank. All right, we have the ability to keep our things up. We have 3 paladins. Let's send Lust here. I feel like it will be better to send Lust on these guys than the boss. I don't know. It just, these feel more dangerous unless people don't know the mechanics. But if that's the case, then Lust won't save us. So, all right, we keep it going here. Just do our rotation. Basically, I'm just mashing kill shot and barbed shot on cooldown, and if I don't have either of those available, I just use kill command and that's it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Man, these things are popping up every minute, and it's like, it feels like minutes are passing very quickly, if nothing else. All right, we have everything grouped up finally. Tank decided to grip the casters, it looks like. Very nice. We do have another, what are these called? Did he just anti-magic zone those mobs like over there? Oh, feign death time. Okay, there we go. We're going to defensive to make sure that thing doesn't kill us. Okay. The healer's also struggling a little bit, it feels like. But then again, these pulls are pretty rough. He doesn't have much time between damage events, which can be a little bit overwhelming if you're new to healing, which they might be. I'm going to go ahead and interrupt that priest so he stops casting for a little bit and give us a little bit of a break on the damage department. Our warlock friend is clearly very experienced. They keep interrupting. They're doing great damage. Can't complain much about the warlock. We're going to knock up all of these, intimidate the last one that's left, and we're good. Time for the second boss. I'm going to go ahead and stack in melee because that way we can maybe reduce the number of different... Okay, why are we moving out of your D&D, buddy? Okay, we have the hammers dropping down. I'm going to try and avoid... Oh, I just ran into the hammer that guy dropped down over there. Tank is now moving away from the hammers. He's going back to it. He's going to soak now. I'm going to use a defensive here because we're going to get the soak damage and we're going to get that big damage. I still have the defensive running, so I'm going to go ahead and soak one of these. There we go. Tank opted not to use AMS and soak. That's okay. I'm going to use a health stone here because I feel a little bit unsafe, and I should probably get back on top of Braun Pike so that we can put these hammer purities down onto the ground, or stack them up is what I was trying to say, but I don't know. I'm a little overwhelmed by this very complex BM Hunter rotation. Okay, we managed to get some of these, interrupt another one. That's as best as I could do. Okay, now we can go and we can soak. I'm going to go ahead and apply a defensive to myself. I'm going to wait for this to run out, and then I'm going to soak again. I have to soak again either way. Yeah, I just had to run in. I don't know. I'm going to have to use my self-heal, and I'm hopefully just going to get enough healing to survive this. I don't have another defensive to use, so please just heal me. Thank you so much. There's not much damage that goes out. Castigator Shield does not murder me. I don't know if we need to soak these again, but I'm a little worried too. I'm hoping we don't have to soak it again because the healing hasn't really been there. If I hear the countdown timer, I'm ready to throw myself at it. Okay, good. The boss is dead. We have survived. That was a little bit iffy because the tank wasn't really participating in the soaking past the first one. So that was, you know, a little bit rough, but we got it done and that's what matters. +6s are the new +2s, huh? Damn. We have some cooldowns to send. I'm going to go ahead and try to knock all of these up. There we go. Sacred Tolls are coming out. We're going to go ahead and interrupt as well as use a defensive. We interrupted one of the priests that was casting a heal, so we wanted to take care of that so we don't have to stay in the fight longer. God forbid that a paladin gets healed. That would be really, really rough because then we have to deal with more damage events and we don't want the healer to have to deal with that nonsense, do we? Nice. Look at my stampede of animals here. So apparently the dire beasts that get summoned, they're from the zone that you're in. I'm going to put a focus on this mage. Here we go. We're death gripping. I don't want to interrupt a regular fireball. I want to interrupt the volley that gets put out. That is definitely my top priority to interrupt. There's still a regular fireball going right now. We're going to interrupt that. We're good. Our other hunter is getting purifying beamed to death. Oh, I got meleeed by the mage. That is unfortunate. I'm going to release. Oh no, I just realized there's a long run. Maybe I shouldn't have released. We have 2 CRs. Maybe I really shouldn't have released. Oh well, let's use our movement speed ability to get there a little bit quicker. And we use the disengage. Okay, everything's up there. Our healer is struggling to keep us alive here. I guess I should focus the mage still for that interrupt. I don't know when it's going to cast that. I'm going to use a defensive here. Mage is down. That is good. Sacred Tolls are going out. I'm going to feign death here because I'm being targeted by the light spawn's beam. Okay, we good. I don't think I need to use cooldowns here. I'm focusing this paladin. I want to murder it before this thing blows up and heals it. Cool. I'm going to use a kill shot here just because I want to pad a bit more damage, don't I? Tank is no, please go this way. Please go this way. Please go this way. We don't need those for percent. Okay, he pulled the mage. Okay, I'm being targeted by a fireball. I don't mind that too much. It looks like we're not pulling the patrol just yet. I would have been a good spot to pull the patrol here with this, but honestly, 2 light spawns at the same time feels a bit rough for our healer. So maybe this was the right call by the tank. I kind of like it. I'm going to go ahead and knock up as many of these orbs as I can. I'm going to stun one of them, and then we're going to have 2 go off because apparently I'm pretty much one of the only people that does anything about this. We're going to feign death to avoid that beam. I did it a little bit late. I didn't notice it quite on time. I should maybe make myself a little weak aura that tracks that, but what can I do? I can't move this footman quite quickly enough. I think, did he get healed or not get healed? He's undead. I know that some mobs don't actually get healed by the light spawn explosion. I just don't know which mobs it is. I think the humanoids get healed, but these, like, what are they called? The undead don't. I don't know for sure, though. I have one of the mages focused, so I can interrupt a fireball volley. There's the volley. I'm going to feign death because I'm being targeted by the beam. And it looks like one of the volleys went off, but it seems livable so far. So we're going to continue looking for just an interrupt on this one. I'm going to drop a stun totem. That was a really bad idea. That was a really bad idea, actually. I was looking for ways to CC these, but I shouldn't have, probably. There we go. We interrupt one of the orbs. No. Do we? No, we have nothing for the orb. Whatever. I was confused. I pressed the wrong buttons. I'm so stupid. I can trank shot. Trank shot also destroys the orbs because if you remove their whatchamacallits, if you remove their shield, they basically get destroyed. Okay. Struggling with heals here. Healer was out of mana and was drinking, so he's at 20. Now he's at 12. I'm gonna step in this. Gonna interrupt this guy. No heals for Brawn Pike. The Vote Priest can get healed. I don't care. I'm sending my cooldowns into this. A Bloodlust would have been good into this, feeling how rough it is, but we don't have it up just yet, so that's on my end, I guess. It's my issue because I didn't lust sooner, but I don't think lust planning. Mana, bro. Our tank's not paying attention to the mana. Though, seeing how new they seem to be, I think that's okay. We're just gonna let the healer drink now. Because there's doesn't seem to be much damage happening. I take that back, or Warlock died. I'm gonna knock this up, stun one of these, and nobody else is gonna touch the rest of them, even though plenty of CC here for us to take care of all that. Would be good to do so, but oh well, what can we do? I'm going to interrupt that other priest in the background so that he gets grouped up. I'm going to go ahead and, okay, this guy's just going to heal himself. That's unfortunate. Bit of a rough and tumble group, but we're figuring it out as we go along here, really. This was a joy to participate in. We do look good on the timer. We're gonna time this dungeon unless we wipe multiple times here on the last boss, which I don't think is going to be the case. Our other hunter is using tar trap and such stuff, so I don't think that's going to be much of an issue. Explosions are going out. I'm going to drop a stun arrow here, and if the tank decides to kite them a bit to get them stunned by it, good. If not, that's okay too. I think we can survive these explosions. And that is nice. Everyone is now full HP. Our percent is done. We have 7 minutes to fight Merprey, which is the last boss, and we have Lust. Lust P2. That's what I'm going to say. And I'm just going to Lust when we get upstairs because I'm more worried about that. I have 1 healthstone remaining, which is probably the only healthstone I'll be able to use for the rest of this fight. We're going to go ahead and knock this up. This is as many as I could. Blinding light goes out. I'm going to turn around, make sure I don't get blinded by that, or other hunter unfortunately does not do that. He's gonna have to get CR'd. Should I hold my cooldowns? I'm not gonna hold Bestial Wrath, that's for sure. I'm not gonna hold that for thingy with the stuff for the upstairs bit where we have to break the shield very quickly. I'm not interrupting Merprey because there's just no reason to. It's just tank damage. I don't really care about that. Tank's been more than able to keep himself alive. We have to turn around again. Looks like our healer and our... Oh, this is very bad actually. This is very bad. We do have another CR. It has to go on the healer. Healer reincarnates so we can send CR on the other person. That's the second CR. Turn around from boss for blinding light. Okay, I typed it out. Hopefully that does, you know, does get processed. Look away. I'm looking away and leading this away. There we go. Nope, healers and other hunter don't seem to understand that. That's okay. We're just gonna go up fast like this, and we're gonna send our cooldowns, and we're going to send as many kill shots into this as possible. I'm going to go ahead and try to knock those traps up. Oh, this is going to be bad. She's immune, but at least we don't have any more of these. Stun trap goes down, or is it gonna walk through it? Our other hunter dies again. Okay, I don't have bursting shot here. I don't have anything. I'm actually trying to kill these, but they're almost immune to damage, it looks like. I'm gonna step into this. Okay, I think we survived this. Our hunter died so many times. This boss, he died 3 times. Look away from the boss. Our healer doesn't understand that, and he might go down here. No, he got lucky. Okay, I'm very confused as to how people haven't figured this mechanic out just yet, but it's a bit of a toughie. I guess it's a bit of a toughie. Let's get out of that circle. At least we understand that mechanic. And I think we got this. We're just about done with Merprey. We're gonna look away, stand in the anti-magic zone, knock up all of these. Oh, what? I just died. Oh, I was in the circle. Now I feel stupid. I was looking to get rid of as many orbs as possible. I should have just killed the boss, bro. Like a couple more kill shots and it would have been good. Healer, if you could just res me so I don't have to run back all the way, that would be really, really nice. If you could just cast that res. If you could find it in your heart to cast a res. Okay, ancestral vision. That's the AoE res, right? He's not like teleporting. Okay, good. Okay, we have a verse mastery ring that I can't trade, so that's unfortunate, but we'll put it down here for the item level gain. I'm gonna hit them with the shill macro. I don't think I was mean to anyone, so they won't mind watching this. Everyone here just seems to be a little bit new, except for Nonzilla. He was doing very, very well. He was clearly experienced. Unlike myself, where I didn't even bloodlust. But to be fair, I wasn't really thinking about bloodlust. I was more thinking about being the only person that seems to be taking care of the affix and stuff like that, which I'm thinking I should probably invest into bursting shot just to be able to have that for the affix. Now, what would I drop for that, though, is the real question. Probably tar trap, if I'm going to be honest. That feels like the thing to drop. I think that's what is going to have to happen. There we go. We have bursting shot. We're going to put that on, what do I put that on? Shift F, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. So our damage breakdown looks a little bit like this. Chomp Chomp is my primary pet. Stomp Stomp is the secondary pet. Bleak Powder, I don't know. Is it supposed to be much, much lower than the Black Arrow? I feel like it shouldn't be. Was I doing something very wrong? I do not know. You guys are going to have to tell me. I'm going to look into what my damage breakdown should look like, but honestly, comparing this run to a normal normal run, so to speak, might be a bit of a mistake, considering the fact that this was a very weird route. Let me just point out, we pulled the first 4 footmen in Priory and didn't pull anything else with them. We didn't drag them into anything. We just pulled the first 4 footmen in Priory and fought them. So suffice to say, it was anything but the usual for a Priory run. But I think this is where I'm going to have to leave it, friends. I would like to remind you that LB Ninja and I will be doing a co-stream today of where we're still, I believe, leveling our Holy Priest and Frost DK. I'm playing Holy Priest, he's playing Frost DK. We're doing a little bit of a role swap because he's usually the healer, and I prefer playing melee DPS, so we figured we'd swap it up a little bit. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like. Make sure you subscribe because there's more episodes of me playing BM Hunter mediocrely coming. If you made it to this point of the video, include the word affix in your comment because I was the only one handling it and it was kind of stressful because I couldn't ever get a good knock-up trap to take care of all of them. If you do include the word affix in your comment, I'll make sure to heart it when I see it. But as always, friends, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode.